Hi, welcome to my channel Sociology Club. I welcome to everyone whosoever have joined me recently. Let me just clarify and tell you that this channel is about sociology, and today I'm going to focus about UPSC syllabus because I have taken UPSC syllabus so that we can have discussion on in a very broader manner and also in a concise way. So the reason why I take UPSC syllabus is just because it covered most of the subject and it's going to help a really larger sections of our society who is preparing for UPSC, trying to contribute to the society in a better way. Okay, so let's just start our class. In the previous lecture or in the previous video, I have already told that why sociology and for who. If I repeat myself, it is not only for those who are preparing for UPSC or for SPSC or for any other competitive examination. It is also going to give you an outlook and critical understanding to understand society better, specifically in the Indian context. Wheresoever we are living, we must have better and comprehension about that social settings. That is really very important, not only for society but for individual level as well. Okay, because when we discuss social issues, when we discuss social problems, when we discuss that how society performs, what type of social interaction is happening between different institutions, when we try to understand that our surroundings not only in a physical way but also in a social ways, it's actually help us to inculcate a peaceful and a stable personality. It gives a critical understanding to know yourself better, and that you can that this knowledge of sociology, which we are going to discuss in coming lectures, it will show you that how it can help you to take your decisions in a better manner. What is our life? What is our day-to-day life? If I just talk about regular mundane activities in which we did, it is a set of decisions which we take. If we take a decision that yes, I have to rise up early in the morning because I need to go to an office or I need to go to my work or college, and if you decide that you need to wake up at least 2 hours before, you will have ample of time. Similarly, if you decide that you are going to just wake up half an hour before, then you would be in rush and there will be a chaos in your mind. It is just about the decision which you take. If you decide that you want to do something better for yourself or for society, you will start thinking about that. This perspective comes when we discuss, when we discuss philosophies, when we discuss various theories, when we try to understand that how do we think. And basically, this subject, this is a subject matter of sociology. So it would be not exaggerated to say that the knowledge of society, which sociology as a discipline offers to us, it's going to help to everyone because it is related with everyone's lives. So let's just see what we are having in today's lecture. So this is our lecture. I'm going to tell you about the root, concept, demand. So I think I've already explained the root of sociology right now. It's going to, see, if I say the academic orientation of sociology, and if I'll tell that how it's originated, so yes, it's a Western European discipline which emerged in the end of 18th century and you can say the 19th century due to the changes which actually took place in Europe due to political and industrial revolution. So what is change? If I'll ask you, how the changes which is happening at economical level, it is changing not only our political structure but also the way we are living our life. The very basic institution of family, marriage and kinship have also got transformed. As we know that society has been evolving, If I say that society has been evolving, so it means that from Paleolithic stage to now a postmodern society, we have been changing. So what made actually the changes which took place in the 18th and the 19th century, which changed not only one part of the sections, it changed the whole world. So the basic difference one should understand whensoever you should understand that what is the epistemological understanding of sociology before reading such heavy books, before reading these concepts given, and it is still, you have so many information available on internet, you must understand what new in it. If I'm saying that in the 18th and 19th century, the changes which took place, so changes is not a new phenomena. As I said, that changes is the only static of society. But the changes which came in the 18th and 19th century, it was a rapid change. In no years, in some years, the changes were so abrupt that we can see its existence everywhere. Okay, so I would say that in the conceptual understanding of the discipline, one must understand in a very easy manner. This is what I would say. And here you can talk about various thinkers. I generally talk about William Ogburn, who has talked about technology in a very precise manner. Okay, so conceptual understanding of the discipline, you need to see that sociology is actually a critical body of knowledge. Use better terms in your answer. So it's why it is critical, because it questions existing realities, and it takes nothing for granted. And this definition, which I said, that sociology is nothing but it is a critical understanding which question everything and takes nothing for granted. It is not my own definition, but it is given in your NCRT. And this is a problem with, I think, majorly with UPSC aspirants, that they straight away want to have so-called handwritten notes, बुक्स अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट. किसी ने टॉप किया है, किसी रीजंस के साथ टॉप किया है, उनके बुक्स मार्केट में हैं और हम उसको खरीदते हैं और हमको लगता है कि वही हम इजी वे आउट. नो, आई वुड से प्लीज रीड एनसीईआरटी, और एनसीईआरटी में भी आप कुछ ऐसे डेफिनेशन लिख लीजिए, उसको पॉइंट्स बना के, जो आप अपने आंसर्स में लिख सकते हैं. No one is interested, honestly speaking, in seeing the textual analysis of your understanding. What we have to understand that applied sociology, आपने क्या समझा है. 150 वर्ड में आपके 10 मार्क के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. ओके, एंड देन 20 मार्कर्स और 15 मार्कर्स, उसमें आप 250 to 270 वर्ड्स लिखना होता है, आप लिख सकते हैं. And then for 20 marker, I believe that you should write 270 to 290 words, and for 15 it should be 230 to 250, something like that. Okay, so in this you just need to have simple understanding. Start with a common understanding, and this is a whole definition of sociology. It's a concept. This is what sociology is doing. And then you can quote thinkers, you can quote Auguste Comte, Herbert Spencer, and then in that you need to show. If you ask me that, ma'am, what is the best structure of an answer? Let's just say you got a question on discuss the nature of sociology and the meaning and the nature of sociology, something. So I would say that you say that sociology as youngest discipline, 1 point, question everything and takes nothing for granted. Okay, and here you can also use question social constructions, constructed realities, or you can also, for better term, you can say that sociology question in other, or I would just use one more thing. Simple, you can say. Let me just show you that how you can have flow in your answer. You often hear, various educator, they say that in your answer there has to be flow, there has to be flow. Let me tell you what is flow. But before that, I'll explain you what you have to understand, strategy and tips. Social thinker, social thinkers are the key in the paper 1 and also in paper 2. We are, as an examiner, I am really interested to know that how you have understood the thinkers, how they, how you have understood these thinkers, how they have, have the perspectives of understanding of society, and how do you relate with their thinking. So you need to quote various social thinkers, okay, in your answers. That this is the best strategy. And then focus on answer writing. It has to be interconnection or interdisciplinary, and then the current affairs. So let's just say, if I say, the way I've just explained you about that what is sociology. So whatsoever I've just said, you quickly have to come into answer writing, because it shows you reality, it checks you, it gives you a check that whether you have understood or not. So you can say that this is the way a flow comes in answer. Sociology questions everything and takes nothing for granted. Next will be in the correlation, and this is how flow comes in your answer. As rightly Berger and Luckman, so Berger and Luckman, advocating in their book Social Construction of Reality, Social Construction of Realities. As rightly Berger Luckman advocating in their book Social Construction of Realities, that sociologists sociologist needs to uncover this these constructed reality, this socially constructed reality. Okay, so in this way you have just given a definition of sociology in a very rightly manner, and very quickly just underline this. Okay, social construction of reality, right? Berger and Luckman, and I can give you a guarantee that none of the aspirants, or very few aspirants, will write answers like that, because it is not coming from so-called UPSC industries book. Okay, so and then you just take what I have told you as a model, and then invent your own thought process on it. Okay, so I'll because I do not have to go very deep into it, it is just an orientation to the syllabus. I'll go and I'll forward this lecture or this video, and if you want me to, give you more concise talk on this, you can just write, you can comment on video, and then I'll make such videos more. So what is a book list if I prefer? So it is just one book, Principles of Sociology with an Introduction to Sociological Thought. That is C.N. Shankar Rao. This is a very heavy book. You can take it, and it is a good book. Just to refer, one book is more than enough. And the reference material which I give, like PPT, you can see, and the PDFs and all. Okay, and then we have another book, two books, Indian, or like, here you can just take one book, Indian Society, Continuity and Change. That is by Nadim Hassan. And again, reference material. So what is reference material which I give? Okay, so I can just tell you here also that you must see the scholarly articles. Why scholarly articles? And that it's like, and not everything you are going to take it from scholarly from these articles. You need to see the thinkers, their concept, central theme, and just take something out of it and just add in your answer writing or in your note making. That is a way to make a unique answer. Okay, and then you need to have current affairs. So let's just see what is the syllabus. The syllabus is sociology, the discipline. Here there are three parts. It's modernity. If in what words you here I'm going to explain each and every syllabus in just one word. Modernity means the changes, the rapid changes which take place in the 19th century, and before that you need to understand the four factors are just important to understand modernity. It is Renaissance, Enlightenment. Okay, so Renaissance, Enlightenment, political revolution, industrial revolution. That's it. It's modernity cover. Social changes in Europe. So it's talk about family structure, how family structure got changed, how cultural value gets changed, the migration from rural to urban because of employment changes. And then, so this is, if I'll say modernity came up with Renaissance का क्या मतलब होता है? Rebirth. जो 14th सेंचुरी में थिंकर्स ने स्टार्ट किया कि हमें अब जो है अपनी सोसाइटी में चर्च नहीं डिसाइड करेगा, रिलीजन नहीं डिसाइड करेगा that what we want in our society or what we want in our world to bring peace, it has to be the central values of human being has to be important. So this is modernity. It came in four factors, four ways: Renaissance, Enlightenment. That now we have come out of dark age. We have enlightened. We are in the light because now we are focusing on science, rationality, and then the political revolution, basically French Revolution, American Revolution, on all this revolution which has changed the feudal structure of society, and then industrialization. That's it. For social changes in Europe, we will see because of industrialization, political revolution changes, the old structures got changed. And the emergence of sociology, because whensoever old pattern gets changed and new pattern comes, there is a chaos. This is actually a reality, a history. So because there were so many issues, there were so many, I mean, world have never witnessed slum areas, world have never seen factory system. So there was an old order which got disturbed, and that is why sociologists or thinkers like Karl Marx, Emile Durkheim, Herbert Spencer, positivists, the earlier sociology were of positivist ideology. Who are positivists? Who says that we need to understand society from scientific manner. So this is emergence of sociology cover. And then scope of subject in comparison with other social sciences. It is indeed a very important topic. This is a one thing which makes you a student of sociology to help in essay. I mean, from essay till interview. This is very important. Then sociology and common sense, because we are, what is common sense? Common sense because we do observation. As human being is a thinking being, is a critical thinking being. We always are engaged in constant thinking process. So our understanding, which we take it from so common sense understanding. Common sense understanding is different from sociology because common sense understanding says क्योंकि ये ऐसा चला आ रहा है that female should be at home, they should not work. So this is common sense understanding coming out of traditions and rituals. We do not have to think in this way. Whatsoever established in this world, we need to question that. So common sense understanding cannot be our base to make theory, as sociology is scientific. So what scientific means? Scientific means that whatsoever, because in every day we make theories. जब हम थ्योरी बनाते हैं तो उसका कुछ एविडेंस होना चाहिए. It should not be that I feel like that today the marriage institution is breaking because of live-in relation, because of other factors. So it cannot be of my thought process. It should be not of my circle influences, and that's why I'm saying it has to be proper checked. Okay, so that is the nature of the syllabus. And if I'll say that it is a very important topic, 10 marker question always come. And this is sociology as science and research method and analysis. Trust me, guys, so far I have not seen any aspirant who is not actually coming, and those even who are coming from sociology background, who have done masters or doing MPhil, they are not even clear with this particular two topic, because here it is not about, people will write too many things just to make their book complete. Sociology as science, research methods and analysis, it's a wrong approach. This is a whole research. These two topics are actually research. So make the correlation. First of all, we have understood that how sociology has emerged. So we say that sociology emerged in 19th century as a scientific study of society. So second, so there is a debate that what is sociology. We say that sociology is different from common sense. Okay, so how it is different from common sense? Because it is scientific in nature. So now we say that how it is scientific. So now we say that okay, this is scientific because it involves research. So these two topics are the most difficult part, and you will see, if you can see your previous year question paper from in 2014, 15, 16, 17, and recently, if UPSC wants to, I think they, if they want to make paper really difficult, they put too many questions from this particular two units: sociology as science, research methods and analysis. If you want, I can just show you. Just have a just wait for a while. I'll show you how actually sociology is like. These people are doing this. Okay, I'll just show you. Okay, guys, see, this is a topic which I'm saying. Sociology as science and research methods and analysis. This is a topic. I straight away to the questions to show you the relevance of this topic. In 2011, the question came, what is a subjective method? What happens is that few prepare for UPSC, they prepare for UPSC, they take sociology, they studied multiple times, like for 3 or 4 or 5 years, and somehow they're and then they come into teaching. So they have a superficial knowledge of at least these two particular topics. However, it requires a research orientation. It is not these two. Though I mean, I think one should not, but should be very honest with their approach. And these things can only be understood if you have really understood research methods, and not just to make any video or just to teach people you are reading this. No, the clarity will come only if you have a deeper understanding, and it is very important subject. That's why I would say please focus more on this. You will see the question which came on this. It's 2011, 2011 and 2013, 12. Now look it up and see here. In 2014, this question came. 14, what is interpretative method different from positivist approach? 14, just see this questions. Almost 20, 40, 50, 60, 70 marks question from these two topics. Okay. Then in 2015, again 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80 mark. So what is objectivity? What is subjectivity? What is positivism? What is anti-positivism? If you are saying that sociology is science, how you are saying what is non-positivist methodologies? All these things you need to understand. Variables, random sampling. This is not an easy topic. Please, guys, whatsoever and wheresoever you are taking coaching, or you are looking the different videos from YouTube, don't take all these two topics non-seriously. So that's what I would say. In 2014, there was questions like this. In 2016, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, in 2016. And then in 17, you can see so many questions have come up. In 2018, you can see here. In 19, 20. So this is really very important topic. Okay. And it requires, if I have to make a lecture on this, I have to make a separate just to explain this, I need to make a at least more than half an hour lecture on that. Okay, and this should be clubbed together. Do not read sociology as science differently and research and methods analysis differently. It is an applied way. Okay, so questions also come in an applied way. And here I would say, and I always tell this, that if you have focused and if you have worked hard till this topic, till sociological thinkers, अगर आप लोगों ने sociological thinkers and Karl Marx, Immanuel Durkheim, Max Weber, Telker Parson, Robert K. Merton, among after these, do not restrict yourself. Okay, when you are discussing Karl Marx, you also have to understand new Marxism. Okay, so correlated with the contemporary sociologist too, or contemporary theory, Marxism. Okay, so what Karl Marx, Marxism theory was saying in the 18th, 19th century, how it is relevant for the 21st century, you need to see those thinkers also. It is your responsibility. Okay, so it doesn't make your UPSC that okay 7 or 8 months लग जाएंगे, इतने में आपका GS कैसे cover up होगा, फिर तो आपका हो गया. जो भी लोग आपसे ये बात कहते हैं, I would say that it's a shameful act, because you are talking about a knowledge, okay, and knowledge base has to be built, has to be. अगर if you are going to enjoy this process, तो आपके लिए कोई difficult नहीं है. और इनको अगर आपने एक बारी बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो गई, कार्ल मार्क्स क्या कह रहे हैं, इमैनुएल डर्कहाइम क्या कह रहे हैं, मैक्स वेबर, टेल्कर पार्सन, रॉबर्ट के मर्टन, तो दूसरे थ्योरी जिन्होंने इनको पर क्रिटिसाइज किया है, या न्यू मार्क्सिज्म, या और न्यू पॉजिटिविज्म, न्यू फंक्शनलिज्म, ये सब थ्योरीज को समझना बिल्कुल भी मुश्किल नहीं है, बल्कि आप लोगों के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज यू हैव टू डील विद द करंट अफेयर्स. एंड इफ यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग करंट अफेयर्स along with these theories, definitely it will make your answer again unique. So this is a race. UPSC is just about a race. Whatsoever and howsoever you can be, like, you can be creative in your answer, then you will going to get a higher rank there. And for creativity, you need to work hard, and you really have to have a deep knowledge. Still, sociological thinkers guys focus. Stratification and mobility is nothing, but it just says that society is not a monolithic whole. There is a segregation, there is a division in society, which is really very important. जब तक हम डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते हैं, तब तक हमें हमें नहीं पता कि उनकी क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है, उनको हमें कैसे सॉर्ट आउट करना है. So this is stratification and mobility, and it is very much related for, and it is really it's going to be helpful for you as a bureaucrat. Okay, because when you are going to be bureaucrat, you are going to deal with different sections of society. So you need to also have a good understanding of this society. So this chapter will help you in that. Then we have work and economic life. So it is really related with your economical institutions. Social organization of work, formal and informal organization of work. What is feminism thinks in economic life? So there is a recent debate which goes on that the domestic work of female, of homemakers, should be paid. It should be recognized so that we can add up into GDP. So what is your opinion on that? Okay. And then it is a politics and society, how society is being influenced by political structure, what political policies we are having to influence society. It is a interrelation, it's very interdependent things. So we need to understand politics and society in that ways. And then the religion and society, very quickly I would say. And then system of kinship, this is family, marriage, type of family. So when you see that kinship, religion and society, politics and society, people often think that okay, this is really easy, we know that, we have already seen that. No, but you have to understand in a sociological manner. And how to have a sociological manner, just quote the thinkers, how sociologists have understood these institutions. That is the part you need to see. And then social change in modern society, it's nothing, it's an entire sociology. That's it. Okay, entire sociology. So for the paper 1, the approach should be really different. Okay, as compared to the paper 2. Paper 2 is applied sociology. When I'm saying applied sociology, that's when the theories which you have understood in the paper 1, you need to apply that understanding in the sociology. So what is applied means, for instance, I have understood sociology as a discipline, which gives me enhance my knowledge towards theories to understand different societies. So I have understood that there are vulnerable sections in society. Female has this set of problems. Males has these, these are issues in work and economic life. The religion plays a significant role. Now the relationship, there is a dynamic changing in religious institution, also in political institution. So this is what I understand as a theory. So now this understanding of my society, how I can contribute in applied manner. For example, work and labor. Okay, the economical life, the work and labor. I have understood the theories. I have seen these thinkers what they are saying. Now, during coronavirus, during pandemic, we know that migrant crisis. So now, how I will relate this migrant crisis with theories, sociological understanding. So I need to. This is one of the tricks, and guys, paper two, most of the aspirants cannot get good marks because they generally write a very general answer. Okay, that's you do not. You have to restrain yourself by doing that. Okay, so that is the one thing you would say. So applied sociology is that how you can contribute for solving such issues. So what is your opinion? What can be done? Recommendations, sort of things. So paper two, as I would say, it has to be a very different approach. Do not get confused with paper two syllabus. Often aspirants comes to me and they say that, ma'am, please teach me the way you have taught the paper one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we will come rural, then the caste, and it is a very wrong approach. Really, very wrong approach. One should not do this. Okay, because if I see Indology, it's Indian Perspective by G.S. Gure. He's considered as founding father of sociology. M.N. Srinivas, Air Decide. They have already talked about nationalism. They have talked about modernization, social reforms. They have talked about rural structure. They have talked about caste system. So I have to understand these thinkers with tribal communities, okay, social classes in India, family, marriage, all these things have talk, have spoke about. So we cannot do like that. So if I'm understanding, for example, this particular topic, rural and agrarian transformation in India, I need to see that what, how, because in sociology, this is being started by M.N. Srinivas. M.N. Srinivas said that we need to have empirical investigation to understand rural society. Because so far, the understanding of Indian society had been lensed out of British anthropologists or British sociologists. Earlier, there was no sociology, it was anthropology only. Later on, sociology got its own discipline. Okay, so for when we are understanding Indian society, we need to understand that India was colonial. It should be like a story. And if you're thinking that you are going to understand this is a wrong approach, you're not going to get good marks in your paper two, because you need to correlate with entire understanding of Indian society. Okay, you need to understand thinkers. You need to understand that what are the exogenous and endogenous changes, like how India got changed. So when you talk about modernity in Western European, they were the imperial power. Okay, however, in India, when modernity came in 18th, 19th century, in 18th century, we were a colony. So the experiences are different. And here you have to apply your knowledge of paper one, that is interpretivist or non-positivist approach. In non-positivist approach, we understand experiences. What is positivism? We understand society as fact, as objective reality. So I want to understand, for instance, suicide. So this is what Imal Durkheim has said. So I am collecting data through statistics that this many countries had this many suicides. Out of 50 were male, 70 were female, unmarried and all. And then I will make a conclusion on that. That is objective. But what is non-positivism? I will try to understand different experiences. I will try to interpret their actions according to their social settings. So both things you need to understand here. Industrialization and urbanization in India is very different. So you need to have a proper understanding on this, and then here current affairs knowledge becomes really important. Okay, so I would just tell you that for one trick for this particular paper 2 is just read one book by Nadim Hassan on Indian society, or take any book on Indian society, read it from paper, and do not, I mean, don't even see this syllabus, because it will give you goosebumps. It will, like, it will scare you like anything, because nothing comes up. And this tribal communities in India, it is so easy, but the way it has been written, it's going to scare you. Social classes in India, we have, see, Indian society or any society in the world is divided into three sections majorly. It's a tribal society or the forest people, then the rural people, and then the urban people. That's it. You need to understand society in that ways only. And then the different institutions you need to understand: political institution, economical institution, social and cultural values. That's it. Okay, so you have, and then when we talk about social issues, and then this is kinship. So lineage, race in India, none of the questions comes like the way that explain what is household dimensions of the family. It will come in the applied manner, and you need to quote Indian sociologists here. You need to understand the the research which is going on. Okay, so very quickly I've just explained. For instance, here you will see religion and society, then social change in India, changes in India. So you will see that nothing is finishing, and of course nothing will finish. It is there to make you to give you night, sleepless night, and it is so easy. If I take 70 classes, let's just say, to complete paper 1, I take half classes, 35 to 40 classes, just to explain Indian society. And if you have covered Indian society, it's going to help you undoubtedly in the social issues and Indian society on the paper 1, in ethics, and also in essay. Okay, so this is, you do not have to scare for this particular syllabus which doesn't finish at all. If you'll see here, starts with thinkers, Indian society structure and change. What Indology said, Indology is simply saying that we need to understand Indian civilization and heritage, because so many years British is showing us our culture. This is wrong. Structural functionalism means that we need to understand village, we need to understand field studies. Marxist or decisive says that it is about those who have the privileges in society and those who do not have. Okay, so air decide talks about the peasants, farmers. So impact of colonial rule on Indian society. It is just about that how British have come up. It is your portion of Indian society or modern India. So that understanding of modern India, if you have studied the 12th class history, modern history, this is done. You need to understand like a story, very very it's just a story. मैं 10 मिनट के अंदर आपको इंडियन सोसाइटी का पेपर खत्म करके बता सकती हूँ. Okay, and I will show you in coming lecture. I will show you that how it should be understand in this manner. Okay, then rural and agrarian social structure, then the caste system. Caste system is a product of ancient society. It is that's why I say that Indian society is actually a Hindu society. The tradition of Indian society is Hindu society. Caste system plays a significant role. So you need to understand caste in today's manner, not the way it was starting. We all know it's about hierarchical in nature. It is endogamous. There's a purity, impurity. No, Ji, we are not interested now in knowing that. None of the questions comes like that. So why to have such much, so much time to give? We are not going to do that. Then the tribal communities, it's the forest people. Why they live in isolation? What can be done? Shifting cultivation is their main occupation. So what? Why shifting cultivation cannot be the option? What? There are three approaches. Actually, there is one approach who say that tribal development can be done according to various, that leave them free, let them free, and make their location as national park, and then we can make their development. Then there is there's a separatist approach which says that no, they have to be the part of mainstream society. And then there's the approach of Nehru, which says that there has to be integration approach. We have to do a development according to the way they want. So the current problem of tribal communities, the debt trap situation. So there are so many things. So you need to understand tribal communities as again like a story. Who are tribal communities? What are their problems? Why even today we cannot have the issues cannot be solved? Then you have to relate with the revolution, Mayos revolution. You know about Birsa Munda. Birsa Munda is the one who had was the one who fought against British colonial power, just to say that this is my land. Santal rebellions. So your understanding of history will reflect here. And then social classes in India. What is agrarian class? What is industrial class? How middle classes came in India? System of kinship in India. Joint family system. Why is it integrating? It is changing because of modernization, industrialization, Sanskritization, Brahmanization. All these are the factors which you have to understand. So it is correlated subject. So whosoever is teaching you, I'm telling you on this is a wrong approach. Whosoever is teaching you from topic 1, then topic 2, topic 3, it's a wrong approach. Then we are talking about the development here, industrialization and urbanization in India. Then religion and society, social changes in India. It's all changes in social transformation, politics and society, social movements in modern India. Okay, so I would just say and finish my lecture today that paper 2 approach is very different from paper 1. Have your sense, make use of your common sense, just see the question paper. Can you find the conceptual question the way the conceptual questions have come in the paper 1, you will not find in paper 2. Okay, so now I take a leave and I wish best of luck to all of you. Try to use your own brain. I am here just to give you a outline. I'm here just to give you guidance. Whether you need to take my knowledge or not, it depends on you. Okay? If I'm making sense to you, please have critical reflection on that. And how you, I'm also telling you a way how you can make the critical reflection. Just see previous year question papers and try to relate this. Okay? So I would say that everyone is sociologist whosoever have this ability to think critically. Okay, we all are actually in one day we all become sociologists in one day whenever we have got wisdom. So take care. Bye bye.